Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Southside Blueprint, your blueprint for buying, selling, and investing here in Southern Maryland. Today we're joined by Stevie and Jeff from DNS Glass Services, and tell us about what you guys do, guys, and let's get started.
Pretty much, we're in the glass business, right?
All right, hence the name.
I kind of gave that away. We purchased DNS Glass about 2 years ago. We're based out of Waldorf, Maryland. The company has been around in existence for about 40 plus years. The former owners, they wanted to retire and they were looking to get out. And
I remember when this went for sale, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
And we were looking to spread our wings into a different line of business than what we were used to. And we ended up purchasing DNS. And right now we do 50-50. We do automotive glass, windshields, door glass, things of that nature. But we also do a lot of residential, shower enclosures, windows, sliding glass doors, things of that nature.
Everything glass.
Everything glass. Yep.
Right on. You need glass eyes?
If you need one, I can figure out how to get you one cut. Yep, we can do that.
No lifetime warranty on that.
Nah.
So you guys are also running another successful business, Quality Auto Body.
Yep.
And so I guess this seemed like a normal transition to kind of move from that industry to this. I mean, I know they're somewhat related. You guys were probably using a glass company quite frequently.
We were actually using DNS.
Okay.
Before the purchase.
Okay.
For us, it was a smart business move.
Sure.
Because we could bring automotive glass directly in-house.
Sure,
for the
sure.
collision side of it.
Okay.
So that was the plus once we got there and realized what the glass business actually consisted of.
Right.
It opened up different avenues for us to kind of venture out and just expand our horizon and
Sure.
get into some different things.
Well, I know we got connected because, of course, with us, having lots of clients with houses and things like that, one of the things that we see frequently is, window panes that are fogged up or broken seals and things like that. And so that's how we got connected. And so I guess historically DNS Glass did a lot of automotive, and you guys are branching into kind of this new segment of business, I guess.
Yes.
Well, that's good.
Yep.
What struggles or what do you guys see typically when you go out to a house? I mean, what are you guys looking at, or what are you getting, I guess, most of your calls about today?
A lot of times, it's, the glass being fogged up.
Okay.
What that is it's actually got a seal in the pane of glass.
Sure. Okay.
And what that seal does is it's got a insulated gas in it.
Okay.
And that insulated gas, once it escapes the unit, that's what lets the moisture in and it fogs the glass up.
Okay.
So at that point, we replaced the actual unit, of the window, not the actual window frame, but the actual window itself.
I think that's probably a big misconception because, I mean, look, fogged up windows comes up on home inspection reports almost every time, especially like some of these newer houses, like all those houses on Billingsley and things like that, all those newer construction houses. It seems like almost all of them have a failing window. Yeah. Let's say the builders don't necessarily put in the best quality window right to start with.
Builder's grade.
Yeah, exactly. The reason why we call it that. So you guys are seeing these broken seals or things like that. I think a big misconception, maybe you can talk about it, that a lot of people think like the whole window has to come out. No. So you want to walk us through exactly if the window's fogged up or the broken seal or whatever, I mean, what kind of goes into that?
We actually take the actual casement itself out.
Okay.
Not the actual window frame.
Sure.
The window frame still stays in the structure of the
right.
house. Once we pull the unit out,
right.
That's when we replace the actual unit of glass.
Sure. Okay.
And what the unit of glass is just two pieces of glass.
Sure.
With a rubber seal.
Okay.
That's what's pumped.
Okay.
And holds the insulation gas inside.
Gotcha. Okay.
But now with that being said too, some of the older houses that we go into, a lot of them, you open the window up and the window wants to slide back.
Sure.
down.
Yeah.
Well, they have tensioners inside the frames.
Okay.
We can go in there and replace those as well.
Okay.
Same process. Pretty much we're rebuilding your window without destroying the outside or inside of your house.
Sure.
A lot of times when you put an actual window unit in, you're messing with sheetrock on the inside, which leads into painting.
Sure.
Or you're going to have to end up moving the J channel and stuff like that on the outside of your vinyl siding. That gets into some things. Then once you get into those, it's Pandora's box.
Sure, yeah.
I've got two questions. So one, if somebody's got a custom size window that you can't just order already pre-made with the gas in between it, that's something you guys can make?
Actually, we can pretty much get you anything you want. We can either make it in-house or we can take and get that from one of our vendors that we use, which we use several vendors throughout the the Mid-Atlantic region.
Okay.
Gotcha. And then my second question is, versus going to say Home Depot or Lowe's and just buying a whole new window, like what kind of savings would a homeowner be looking at?
You figure by the time you pay somebody to come out and put the whole window in your house, you're looking at one window is probably about $1,500.
Sure.
And that's not if you find rot. That's not if you find out that when you went to pull the vinyl siding back, you cracked a piece of vinyl siding.
Sure.
You can't match that.
Yeah.
Don't uncover the problems.
Right.
So
Painting the
open
whole
it up
room.
more,
Yeah.
For
sure.
Where us, depending on the size of the window, if it's tinted or not, and 800, 500.
Sure.
Okay, so significant savings.
Significant difference.
Nice. Okay.
And the good thing about that is too, right now everybody's worried about energy costs, right? The state of Maryland, man, your electric bill went from like $200 to like $2,000. Well, a lot of that is when you got that fogged up window, that window's no longer got the insulation in it.
Sure.
So like these winter months that we're getting, it's starting to get cold.
Sure.
All your energy's just going out that window. And people don't realize that because they don't feel the wind coming in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's no barrier there anymore.
Sure.
So that's one thing that we also see too. We'll get calls out and people are like, I need to get my window resealed. Well, it's not the fact of caulk in it or silicone in it. We got to replace
It's
that.
going straight out the glass.
It's
Sure,
going
yeah.
Straight out the glass.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, you guys are going out to do that. I mean, what's the turnaround time for somebody if somebody says like, hey, I need to get this fixed? Especially like we see this during a home inspection and, again, somebody wants a credit because of the broken seal and they're expecting a $1,500 credit. You guys can go out there for, a couple $100 or, whatever it may be. What's kind of like the turnaround time from the time that, they get it in, I guess? Is it because based on like, if it's a custom window or something you guys can get, readily? I mean, it's like a week, 2 weeks, a month? What are you thinking?
About 2 weeks.
Yeah, okay.
2 to 3 week turnaround, depending.
Okay.
We try to, here again, man, that's an investment. You don't want that big hole inside of your house.
Sure.
Where the window was, for weather and
Right.
animals and stuff like that. So we try to get out to you as fast and as promptly as we can.
No, for sure. So especially when somebody's buying a $700,000 house or something, paying a 6% mortgage payment, the last thing you want to do is look at some jacked up windows.
Jacked up windows, seals popped out.
So, no, for sure. So something, too, we were talking about was that you guys are getting into kind of another side of the business, too. And we were talking a little bat about how many people are going in and, instead of selling their house, they're looking at options for maybe kind of, fixing what they have, making their home great again or something, but, they're looking at these different options and, doing bathroom glass. I mean, different custom glass. You guys do mirrors too?
Oh, yeah. We do mirrors.
Okay.
We do a lot of in-home gyms.
Okay.
A lot of people want the surround of the mirror.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
We come in to do that. Also, a lot of showers. Sometimes we go out and we look at them and you got in the shower, you getting in the shower to get out clean, but you get out and you look back at that glass that's stained up with the soap scum and won't come off, and that's us. We come in and we replace that glass or the whole unit itself.
Okay,
the sliders, all the hardware.
Sure.
But man, well, I mean, we'll do everything from a shower room, shower enclosure.
Sure.
If on our website and Facebook, you'll see some of the pictures we've done where we've actually done just glass walls.
Okay.
I think the biggest one we did was out of I think it was Tantallion, Maryland.
Okay.
And I think that was like a 8x10 or 10x10 shower room.
Okay.
That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to look at myself like that closely. Hey, whatever you're into, right?
Yep, right.
Hey, we don't judge over a DNS class. We just whatever you want, we'll put it up on the wall. So one of the other things I thought would be good that we touch base too is you guys are now a sponsor of the YPN, the Young Professional Network here at the local, Realtor Association, which I thought was awesome, and we appreciate the support there. What made you guys want to get into, I guess helping support the local Realtor Association?
Kind of quick background on us. As we touched on in the beginning, we we still are in the automotive field.
Sure.
Automotive industry is changing every day. It's
Sure.
worse than in the cell phones.
Yeah.
When we started getting into a lot of the education side.
Yeah.
I left the day-to-day operations of Quality Auto Body to head up the collision program at North Point High School. The point of that was to give back to the community.
Sure.
Get younger generation into it to try and
help the industry keep going, really. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just breathe.
Right, yeah.
Breathe new.
Exactly.
Life into the
Yeah.
industry. I mean,
for sure.
For us on the collision side, I mean, our best technicians are going to be ready to retire in the next 10 years.
Sure,
So
yeah.
We need the youth in there.
Yeah.
And probably no different than you guys as
Yeah.
well, And
100%.
I mean, it brings, new outlooks on things, new technology, new ways to do things, and we all need it.
Yeah.
We're all struggling with it.
Sure.
Instead of complaining about it, try to help make it all better.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, for
our,
sure.
Our thought is to help with the education side of the residential for us.
Yeah.
For clients and houses, and we got to get you guys up to par too. You know what I mean? So it was just another way of us trying to give back.
Yeah. No, for sure. So no, I thought that was great. And, typically we see vendors like, loan officers or title companies or things like that or whatever. So to see your guys' sponsorship, I know it's kind of, I would say, not necessarily like the norm, but certainly an industry that is very related into us. And as everything changes and everything goes and things like that, I mean, we're going to have to be more reliant on vendors like you guys to help us out because, people aren't going to want to move, as often, or they're going to buy a house that's dated and they're going to want to do these remodeling or these renovations and have to wrap up in loan where you guys could come in and help out with, social projects.
And with that being said, even some of the older houses, you don't have to necessarily change the character of the house.
Sure.
If you bought that house, that's probably why you bought it. You like the character of
it,
whether it might be because it's got a wooden window. And as time goes on, is we see with everything, the things today aren't as cool as what they were years
sure.
ago.
Yeah, for sure.
The construction of it's just not up to snuff. So if you kind of want to keep that integrity of what you fell in love with, well, we're the guys to help you with that.
Right. No,
we
for
can
sure.
go in there and do the units and not actually change the frame of the actual window. So
yeah, no, for sure. And I know we talked a lot about like the cosmetic pieces of it too, but I mean, I can't tell you how many times that a $800,000 transaction gets held up because of some glass that's broken.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the appraiser flags that glass or whatnot, and that has to get fixed before, they can move forward with the loan or whatnot too, because it's a safety issue.
Right.
So for sure. So, well, good. So Aaron, you have any other questions?
So so I've been showing a lot of houses lately, and the glass is the one thing I noticed, and like you kind of nailed it on the head, said that they don't make them like they used to, pretty much.
Right.
So what can you where do you think that timeline was? Where do you think that point was where it's like, all right, screw it, we're not really focusing on quality, we're just going to see if we can sell this thing?
Man, ever since the actual
we had this conversation this morning. It's like a kind of a timeline. So
yeah, it's one of those things, man. Like when the housing crisis really hit, you guys know. We got more individuals looking for houses than we actually have houses.
Right.
And if you ride through St. Charles, I mean, they're putting houses up within weeks.
Sure.
And
Lennar Homes.
Our family, well, Stevie's family, uncles and grandfather and stuff, they at one time built homes here in St. Mary's County years ago.
Right.
And I remember having conversations with Dad, and Dad's like, man, you take the 2 before and you try to find the straightest one.
Yeah.
That's the one you want to put in the kitchen because that's for your cabinets. And there's no way those guys are doing that building a house in a month, man. They're they're
Lowe's doesn't sell straight 2x4s no more.
not at all. They don't make them.
The trees are crooked.
I would say from the late 90s to the early 2000s that we just started like everything else, man. We want instant gratification. We want it now, and when you do that, you got something to get sacrificed.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
quality's where that sacrifice came from.
Yeah.
You know.
I guess there's two, depending on where the house is positioned, how much sun it's getting, you know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of, guess that plays into it of how quickly the window will, go defective too, right?
Oh yeah. If it's in a direct sunlight, 12, 15 hours out of the day, man, it's baking that, and as a kid, you took a magnifying glass and you lit a leaf on fire, right?
Yeah.
I'll probably get in trouble for that. Nobody do that at home. But it's doing the same thing with that window.
Sure.
It's just cooking the seals and it's baking the gas out of that window.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I noticed, I saw in some of these newer homes and they've all got broken seals.
Yeah.
But then in my mom's house, it was built in 85, and so was this other one I showed yesterday, and they both got those old Anderson windows with the wood frames and no broken seals. And they're 30 years old.
They don't make them like they
40
used
years
to.
old.
They don't. Yeah. And that's like, here again, I hate to say it, but that's back when people took pride in every single thing they did.
No, exactly.
Now it's like, man, just hurry up and get it done. We move on to the next one. You know?
Well, it's just like those old storm windows, like you see those on some of the old houses, that's like they wanted that extra layer of window just to help protect the wind from coming through or whatever.
A lot of those.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right about this time of year, somebody will come in with one. They store it in the attic. It's fell over. It's broke. And we cut that flat glass.
Yeah.
Man, I forgot
replace
about this. That's crazy. Your parents took the screens out and they put those in the wintertime. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah. It always makes me laugh when we sell a house and people are all worried about the screens.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not going to open the window. Come on. Who opens the window anymore?
Especially around here.
Exactly. I'm like,
inch of pollen,
exactly. I'm like, come on, we're not going to open the window here. So, Well, cool. You guys are. It sounds like you guys are going into kind of new waters here. You know, growing and expanding. You know, DNS Glass. What do you guys see for the future for it? I mean, where are you guys heading?
We'd like to expand into St. Mary's County and Calvert County.
Okay.
Right now, we're currently based in Waldorf, Maryland, and we would like to come south, closer here to home for us.
Sure.
Born and raised here, and
Yeah.
I mean, most of our employees, especially on the residential side of doing the glass, do live down this way as well.
Too.
Sure.
So, I mean, just servicing this area, getting in more, doing more of the residential work as well. That's where we're trying to head to.
Sure. Sure.
It just falls back to that giving back to the community.
Right. Yeah.
Giving back to what's gave us so much.
Sure. So, I mean, but you guys service all of Southern Maryland. I mean, you guys sounds like you guys go pretty far if you need to.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Very good. So, what's the best way for somebody to find you if they have a broken seal or they maybe have some custom needs or whatever? What's the best way of getting hold of DNS Glass?
Facebook,
Okay.
Instagram.
Okay.
Always go back to old Mall Bell.
Okay.
301-843-6833.
Okay.
Give
All
us
right.
a call and.
All right. Or they can find you on the internet.
Yep, or you can find us on the good old internet.
There you go. Well, very good. Well, guys, we definitely appreciate you guys coming in.
Yep, appreciate y'all having us.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Well, thanks, Stevie and Jeff, for coming in to visit us today with DNS Glass Service. We'll see you next time on the Southside Blueprint.